Marcus, I want to ask you a question, because I know that you are somewhat frustrated by all of the back and forth involving him, and I understand it, and that's fine. But let's just, if I were to ask you the following question, how would you answer it? If we are living in a world where Aaron Rodgers' only consideration is where do I have the best chance to win the Super Bowl next year? We all understand he's a little bit of a different thinker. Who knows exactly what his priorities are this minute? But if his only priority is where do I have the best chance to win a championship next year, Marcus, which of these teams do you go with?
Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders. Gee, I know you want to be mad, and I get it, because I would want nothing more for you to be happy than Aaron Rodgers go to the Jets, okay? That would make me happy, that would make you happy, and maybe we could talk about something else, okay? But here's the deal, man. The Washington Commanders in the NFC East, Graz just told you that the Eagles not going to win it again. So, like, going through the cyclical rotation, it might be the Commanders' time. They've been trying to find a quarterback. They got a really good defense, a really good defensive line. They got really good weapons on the outside. Terry McLaurin is a very underrated guy that we don't talk about much because they don't win a lot of games. They got Dotson out of Penn State, who is really good as well. Aaron Rodgers would have his weapons. He would have his backfield. He would be under new ownership that probably would be willing to pay him some money, okay? And the other thing is this. He would play in the NFC East. We had 3 teams go to the playoffs. Why not 4? Okay? So I think that's one of the best places. And it's in the NFC where you don't have to compete with those grown
Tell
men.
me how this works, Mike T. Forgetting your choices. You're a general manager. You're one of these guys. You are trying to, how are you doing this? How are you getting him?
Yeah, so I am calling up 2 weeks ago, as soon as they lose, I'm calling up Green Bay. I'm getting permission. I'm talking to Aaron's agent, and I'm going out and I'm sitting down with Aaron Rodgers and saying, what do you want to accomplish over the next 2 years? What do you want to accomplish over the next 25 years? And I am sitting down with Aaron Rodgers and his agent, and then I'll figure out compensation with.
Well, that's you're selling him on it. I understand. What are you trading Green Bay for him?
Well, and that's why that's so important. Like when we trade for Brett Favre, we gave up a 3rd-round pick because we thought 1 year was reasonable. For us to give up a 1st-round pick, which is what I'm sure Green Bay is going to ask for, I have to hear from Aaron Rodgers, Greeny, that you're going to be there for at least 2 years. There's nobody in the league, despite how desperate some of these teams are, that would give up a 1st-round pick if they only thought they were going to have him for a year.
I would do it. And I'm done. I mean, consider it done. We drafted Zach Wilson. Look at our 1st-round picks for quarterbacks lately. You're telling me that we couldn't live without Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson? Tell me right now, what is the sense of the timing of all of this? He's going to be on, Aaron Rodgers will be on McAfee today. We'll hear something from him. But how does the timing of all this work?
Well, what's interesting is, like, for Green Bay, the cap hit would be significantly easier if they waited till after June 1st to trade him. Then they could split the cap hit up over this year and next. So that's something to think about. You're talking about a $40 million cap hit versus about a $16 million cap hit for this year. So that's something to watch. I just think they would have to be convinced that they could go with Jordan Love. They'd have to get back something that they knew was of value. They'd have to make sure he's going to the AFC where he couldn't bother them anymore. Yeah, a lot has to go into it.
Yeah,
final word.
Yeah, that's why Washington isn't. They would never trade him to the AFC. They would trade him to the CFL before they would to another NFC team.
You know, Aaron might like it up there. There's a lot of interesting things going on. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.